it's Schleich Horse Lover 200 here again with another super exciting video. And today's video is going to be really exciting because it is going to be a updated barn tour of Silver Star Stables for 2018. So a ton of you guys have been asking me to make one, so I thought, well, why not? Today I'm just gonna make one. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. So we're just going to start here in the middle with our truck and horse trailer. So this is Steve, and he is leading Silverton, our Camarade stallion, into the trailer. And Silverton is wearing a stable set that was made by Aqua Models. And I believe there's 3 more of these sets you're going to see throughout the barn tour here. And then in the trailer already, we have Dora, and she is our Frisian mare. So these guys here are just getting ready to go to a show. And then this here is Kipper, and he is a golden retriever dog. So he's wearing a super cute dog collar that I made for him not too long ago. And then in the truck up here, we have Tim. If you guys can see him, it might be a bit difficult, but he is our truck driver. So off to the left of where Steve is loading the horses into the trailer, we have our riding arena and jump storage. So in the jump storage, we just got some extra jumps and pulls we're not using right now. And then right here, we just got a pot of flowers and a puppy. And this puppy is just a, he's not a Schleich, but he's kind of cute. So he hangs around here, and we just call him Patch. And then in our arena here, we have Sophie riding Ace, our halflinger stallion. We have Lizzie riding Clover, our quarter horse mare. And we also have John riding Rockstar, his Hanoverian gelding. And as you guys can see, we just got some jumps in here that everybody's going over. And our arena's kind of skinny, so the jumps are kind of compacted. It might not be the most realistic course, but I think it looks good and it's fun. And yeah, so the bedding in the arena here, it's just ground up sawdust. I wanted to put that out there because in my last barn tour, a ton of people were asking me about the bedding in my arena and in my stalls. And so all it is just ground up really fine sawdust. And it does make a mess on my carpet. So that's why I am planning on switching this out for something different. I'm not quite sure what yet, but something that's less messy. And then here we have Dan, and he is riding his horse Dinah. And then down here at the end of the arena, we have Leanna's Tack Box. And there's just some chickens hanging out here, and there's also a pot of flowers down there. So in Leanna's Tack Box, let's just move this over here. There's just some of her extra tack. So there's a saddle pad, and I believe there's a couple saddles here. So there's this saddle, and this saddle was made by Schleich Horse Girl 11. And there's also a bridle down here and a really cute grooming kit I put together for her. So that's just there in that little pocket. So yeah, so there's not a whole lot in here, just basically some of Leanna's extra tack. And then this here is Stephanie, and she is riding Trickster, one of our Tennessee Walker stallions. And they're just heading down this little alleyway here. And this little lamb, her name is Belle. And she is just taking a nap, but she's gonna have to probably move for Trickster. Yeah, so she's just laying down here by Teresa's Tack Box. And I haven't been in this box for a long time, so I'm not even quite sure myself what's in here. So it just looks like more extra stuff. So there's a old saddle and some pads. Oh, here's the saddle I've been looking for. So this saddle here was made by Horse Lover for Life 1122. So yeah, and I think there's something else in here made by her. Oh yeah, it's this lead rope. So just some more extra stuff, just like Leanna's Tack Box. And then down here, down from Teresa's Tack Box, we have a stool that we just use for mounting on our tall horses. And then over here we have some paddocks. So in the first one, we have 3 of our foals. So this first little foal is Peaches and Cream, and she is our curly filly. And this here is Spot or Spotty, our Nadstrapper colt. And then this here is Coco, our Trackner filly. And then in the next paddock over, we have Ginger or Ginger May, our Tennessee Walker yearling. And then here we have Christy, and she is getting our Shire filly on a halter. And this little girl actually doesn't have a name, so please feel free to put some name suggestions in the comment section down below. And of course, I'd really, really appreciate that. And then over there on that piece of fence, I guess, they just got some feed. Okay, so now we're almost ready to enter the barn, but first I'm just going to go over with you guys quickly what we have out front here. So over here we have 2 bales of hay, and there's also another one of Leanna's saddles there. And then this here is Cuddles, and he is our Labrador puppy, and he's just on his way into the barn. And then over here we have Samuel, our veterinarian, working with Apache here, our Trackner stallion. Apache was going over a jump earlier and he hurt his leg, so Samuel here is going to fix him up, and hopefully he'll be feeling better soon. And then in the barn here, we gotta take the roof off first. And one of the things I really like to do is take the roof off the barn here and put it over my arena, and it makes for a great covered arena. So yeah, but it only covers half my arena, but that's okay. Yeah, so in the barn here we have 4 stalls, and let's see, we got mares on one side and stallions on the other. So first up, we got Franco, and he is our Hanoverian gelding, and he is wearing another one of the stable sets that was made by Aqua Models. And then out front of his stall, we have Franco's racing saddle, his pad, and his racing bridle, since Franco here is a racehorse. And there's also the lead rope there that goes with the stable set he's wearing. And then in the neighboring stall beside Franco, we have Wind Dancer, one of our Pinto stallions, and he is actually my favorite Pinto stallion, and he is wearing a stable set that I made actually, and his matching lead rope is out front here. And then over here we have Sarah tacking up Wildfire, our Mustang stallion, I hope I said that right, stallion. And she's putting the burl saddle on him, and not Wind Dancer, but Wildfire here is wearing his beautiful orange and yellow rope halter. And then on the mare's side, we have Rosa, our Halflinger mare, and she, as well, like Franco, is wearing the stable set by Aqua Models. And then her lead rope is as well out front of her stall. And then right here, there's also a small Schleich grooming kit. And then in this stall, beside Rosa, we have Honey, she as well is a Halflinger mare. And then we also have Lucky, her colt, her Halflinger colt. And then out front of their stall, there is a bucket, and I believe there is a green bridle. And then on the outside of the mare's side of the barn, there's just 2 sacks of feed, and there's also a sack of feed there by Apache. And then down here at the corner, we just have our baby goat Spike, and he's just peeking around. And then out back of the barn, we have a pretty nice sized crowded mare in full pasture, and we also have a paddock. So in the paddock, we have Rocky, our Clydesdale gelding. We've got Champion, our Hanoverian stallion. We've got Jock, another one of our Clydesdale geldings. And we've got King, our Tinker stallion. And of course, they've got some hay here and just a small trough. And then here in the mare in full pasture, we've got Buttermilk, our Andalusian mare, and she is talking to Champion. And she is wearing a blanket that was made by, You know what? I can't quite remember what the name was. Yeah, we did a tack trade together, but, yeah, I'm really sorry. I can't remember the name, but it's a really cute blanket, and, Buttermilk really likes it. And, this here is her foal, Dusty. And then this here is Starlight, and she is one of our Pinto mares. Back here, we've got Flora and her foal, Cloudy, and they're both Tinkers. This here is Sugar and her foal, Spice, and they are mini Shetlands. This here is Tilta, our Tennessee Walker mare, and this is her foal, Flax, and she is the Mustang foal. I know the Mustang and the Tennessee Walker here aren't really supposed to go together, but I don't have the Mustang mare, and I thought these two were super cute together, so I just paired them. And then this here is Pearl and Pearlina, our two Appaloosas. And this here is Violet and her foal, Firecracker, and obviously they're Pintos. And this here is Electra and her foal, Donna, and they are Camarages. And this is Minnie and her foal, Jericho, and they are both Isolanics. And then lastly, we have Cora, our Hanoverian mare, and her colt Tars. And then down here we've got Emily, and she is actually the owner of the ranch, and she is riding Buck, our quarter horse gelding. And then behind her we have our other horse trailer that we use like when we're taking a lot of horses to like big shows and stuff. So we just park it here when we're not using it. And then down from it, just tiny ways, we have our Livestock Barn is what I like to call it, and it's a barn I got from the yard sale, so it's really dusty. Yeah, probably should have dusted that before I made the video, but oh well. So in this barn, we've got some cows. So I believe these are Black Angus cows. So we've got our bull, our female cow, and there's 2 calves there, and of course they got some hay. And then on this side, hopefully you guys can see, we've got 2 sheep, and none of these guys really got names, so they just live in this barn here. I believe this female cow here is named Bessie, so yeah. But anyway, so that's the livestock barn. Not a whole lot goes on in there. So right out front of the livestock barn, we have our round pen. So in the round pen, we got Bucka, our Persian mare. We have Pinky and Pokey, our 2 Shetland pony mares. We have Lily, our Halflinger filly, and we also have Blossom, our Albatiki mare. And once again, I paired Blossom and Lily together. I just thought they were really cute together, so yeah, I know it's not like how you're supposed to do it, but like I said, I thought they were adorable together. And then here we have Christian, and he is leading Princess, one of our Arabian mares, out of the round pen. And Princess is wearing a halter that was made by the same person that made the blanket for Buttermilk. I am super sorry, I cannot remember the name, but yeah, it fits Princess really nicely, so yeah. And then out in front of the round pen, just a little ways, we have Teresa, and she is practicing some of her dressage moves on Spirit. And then over here we have one of our wash stalls. So in the wash stall, we've got Flames, our Frisian stallion, and we have Leanna, who is in the process of giving him a bath. And down here we have Samson, and he is a Labrador puppy. And then of course we just got some accessories like a bucket, a grooming kit, a few bales of hay, and on the saddle rack we also have a bareback pad and a bitless bridle. So if you just like turn around here, on the back of this barn, we just have a whole bunch of storage and extra tack boxes, and just a whole lot of stuff. It's definitely not the neatest, but yeah, so this is just where we store things, and a lot of our cats also like to hang out here. So this little kitten, his name is Shadow, and then this here is Miss Taffy. And then around the corner, we have another wash stall. So in this stall, we have Lavender, our Pinto yearling, and we also have Jenny, and she's in the process of doing the same thing Leanna was. So she is giving Lavender a bath, and once again, we just have a few accessories. So there's a bucket and, of course, a grooming kit. And then here we just have some mucking tools. So there's a pitchfork, and there's also a wheelbarrow here with some muck in it that needs to be dumped. Okay, so next we are going to be entering our show mare barn. So we're just going to start over here with the tack room. So in the tack room, we just have a whole bunch of tack. We've got some saddles, some halters. There's also a shelf over here with some grooming kits and things on it. These bareback pads here, let me focus my camera. There we go, these bareback pads, I think there's 2 of them. They were made by Happy Hoof Stables. And there's also some other tack in here made by other people, I think, but that's all I know of right now. And this dog here, his name is Jip, and he is a retired Schleich dog, so I don't know his breed. And then the first stall down from the tack room, it is currently empty. So this is Dixie Stall, and out front of Dixie Stall we have Dixie, and she is with Adam right now, and he is buckling up the last buckles on this blanket. And this stable set she is wearing is once again made by Aqua Models, so it's a really cute set. And oh, and Dixie here, she is our Trackner mare. And on this hook here, there's just a few lead ropes, and there's also a couple bales of hay. And then down from Dixie Stall, we have Chica, or Chica Linda, and she is our Pinarabian, I think it's called, our Pinarabian mare. And this here is Jordan, and he is getting ready to get her out for a lesson. And then here on this hook, there's just a chain lead rope, and there's also a crate with some carrots in it. And then this here is Chironta, and she is a Lipizzaner mare. And then out front of her stall, there is a halter, and there's also a blue riding set. And then the last mare on this side of the barn is Mystery, and she is an Arabian mare. And then out for the Mystery stall, there is a lead rope and a grooming kit that was made by GHS Tack Shop. And now that I remember, the blanket that Buttermilk was wearing, the blanket that Sugar was wearing, and the halter that Princess was wearing, they as well were made by GHS Tack Shop. And then along this back wall, we just have some sacks of oats, some hay, and some posters. So in this first stall here, which is actually the back stall, but we have Summer, and she is a Halflinger foal. And here we have Crystal, and she is a Lipizzaner mare. In the next stall down, we've got Ruby, and she is an Andalusian mare, and she is wearing some polo wraps that were made by Happy Hoof Stables. And then out front of Ruby's stall, we have Mystic, and she is our Nad Strapper mare, and she is being saddled by Abby, another one of our stable girls. And Mystic is wearing a halter that was made by GHS Tack Shop. And here we have Jetta, and she is a Hanoverian mare, and she is wearing a halter that I made actually. So it's a really cute halter that I made just a few days ago. And then out front of her stall, there is a halter and lead rope, and there's also a clay bucket that has some clay apples in it, and there's also some Schleich apples there. And then this here is Miss Tabby. So she is the sister of Miss Taffy. So yeah, they're actually identical cats with just different names. And then in this last stall, we have Nobody. So this is Clover Stall, but as you've seen at the beginning of the video, she is in the arena with Lizzie. But out front of her stall, if I can turn around, there is a rope halter, a broom, and there's also a crate there with some treats. So if you come out of the show mare barn and just turn this corner here, you'll come to our sign. It says, "Welcome to Silver Star Stables." And I actually just made this sign last night, and I'm still working on it because I feel like it needs something more. Yeah, so I'm still in the process of finishing that. But there's just 2 pots of flowers here, and there's also a blanket. Okay, so next we have our Scallions Pasture. So this here is Chim, and he is our mini Shetland stallion. This here is Domino, and he is an Appaloosa stallion, and he is wearing some polo wraps that were made by Happy Hoof Stables. And I know horses, like when they're in the pasture in their stalls, don't need to wear boots and polo wraps, but it's just that I like to leave them on my horses, so I don't always have to be taking them on and off. So yeah, so anyways, this here is Fireball, and he is a Pinto stallion, and he is wearing some boots that were by Schleich Horse Girl 11. This here is Fury, and he is a Mustang stallion, and he is my favorite Schleich horse. This here is Dynamite, and he is a Pinto stallion, and him and Fireball are actually identical. Other than Dynamite has a scratch on his side, so that's how I tell them apart. This here is Sparks, and he is a Tennessee Walker stallion. This here is Clyde, and he is a Shire stallion, and once again he is wearing a blanket by GHS Tack Shop. This here is Alaska, and he is a Hanoverian stallion, and this is Cody, and he is a Hanoverian stallion repaint. And then in the back here we have Bella or Bella Fella, and she is a Tinkermare. And then this here is Sage, and she is a repaint of the old retired Lipizzaner mare. So yeah, I know these stallions are not supposed to be with these mares, and they aren't. I kind of just pretend there's a fence going across here, just because I haven't got around to actually building one. So yeah, that's what I do. Alright everyone, so that's it for this barn tour. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and of course if you did, make sure you leave a big thumbs up, and of course subscribe to my channel, and check out my tack shop. I will leave the link in the description down below, and of course go follow me on Instagram at SchleichHorseLover_200. And yeah, so I will see you all next time. Bye guys!